And one other thing I wanted to talk about the question of passive attendance at non-Catholic services. And we were going to post something on our website, perhaps, as early as tonight, which it's a quote from our book on the topic, which we've always pointed out that we strongly oppose the idea that people can go for funerals and weddings to Novus Ordo churches or to Protestant churches. And some people have been of the position that you can go for funerals or weddings to Protestant churches or Novus Ordo churches as long as you don't actively participate. And we've pointed out that, no, you're honoring people who are involved in heretical activities and so forth. But the quote that we feel bears some relevance to this topic is found in our new book in the section on the Catholic Church versus the Vatican II Church on partaking in non-Catholic worship, page 235. We're going to post this on our website very soon, probably tonight. Pope Pius IX, in his encyclical Gravis ad Aeternae from 1875, he's speaking of the old Catholic heretics, and he says that they are outside the church, etc., and he says, they, the faithful, should totally shun their religious celebrations, their buildings, and their chairs of pestilence, which they have with impunity established to transmit the sacred teachings. He says you should totally shun their religious celebrations, speaking of notoriously heretical sects, such as the Old Catholics, Protestant sects. Okay, so if you must totally shun their religious celebrations and their buildings, obviously you can't show up there for a wedding or a funeral. And that's not the tradition of the church. It's an idea that developed when liberalism started to pop up at the late 1800s, early 1900s, that you could be present there as long as you don't participate. And so we believe this quote bears relevance to refuting that.
Because it's totally scandalous. If you're telling people that you have to become a Catholic to be saved, and then you show up at the funeral of a Protestant, and all the people see you there, they're going to say, yeah, he even believes that she or he may have made it, It's totally scandalous. It doesn't make any sense. It's a total scandal.
And an interesting example of this is we were contacted by a guy who purported to be a traditional Catholic from Pennsylvania. His daughter was getting married in a Protestant church, and he told her he would not go, and she was extremely upset about this. She was complaining and called him, and he kept calling us again and again.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know if he actually was going to not go at the beginning. I actually talked to him. I said, you cannot go. And so he said, okay. And he told his daughter.
Yeah, so he agreed not to go at one point.
Yeah, he agreed. And then all of a sudden his daughter, oh, no, you can't do this. And he actually called up here, saying that we're evil and all the other stuff. Yeah.
Well, you could see that he was feeling the pressure, that she was gravely offended by the fact that he would not go. That the fact that he would not go served as a witness, served as an admonition to her that he did not approve of this, and he did not approve of it so much that he's not even going to show up, and that was like a standing rebuke.
Yeah.
And so if she could get him to show up, that would basically settle her conscience, confirm her in her false marriage or her wrong activity. And so she kept, hammering him over this, and eventually he gave in, compromised to please his daughter, and went. And we believe it was a grave sin.
Oh, yeah.
And I found it very interesting because it showed how his not even going at all served as such a witness to what was going on.
And also, it makes you think about, our Lord talking about he who loves his family more than me.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. It's something where he worshipped his daughter instead of God.
Yep.
And that's just simply what happened.